Oregon Community Program was developed to provide evidence-based services to children and families in our community.
So we have the Connections program, which works with kids that are like 7 to 21. And then we have an early childhood program that works with kids really as young as 1 year.
And we're really focused on just providing really quality evidence-based mental health treatment services to young kids, and then providing positive parenting skills to families to really help families be successful in our community.
What makes us different than working with other agencies is the team works together. We work in a really collaborative process with parents and children as a whole.
OCP is different from some other agencies because we are really focused on what the best science tells us works for families, but also how we individualize that so that it fits for real families out in the real world. So everything that we do is built to both meet the needs of the family and to align with what we know works well.
So very rarely is there just a therapist kind of working in a silo by yourself where you check in with your supervisor.
When we're taking kids into the community, we're looking at practicing a lot of the skills that we've been practicing within the therapeutic room.
We really strive to get them out in the community where they can practice these skills in real life, as well as getting to work with other interactions with other youth.
We take a real hands-on approach and use practical skills, because us talking at children sometimes doesn't really result in sustainable progress. And so when we do this hands-on approach, I think it leads to more meaningful change.
Most of the kids love their time with their skills trainers. Often I will greet kids out and they have big smiles or running towards you, or they're excited. It's really fun and heartwarming to feel when you see them.
And we also work together on teams a lot. So you might be working, if I was a therapist, I might be working with Lauren as a skills trainer on a case. So it's super collaborative, which is really fun, which I think leads to a lot of really cool things about OCP and special things about being a therapist here.
Well, I think one thing that sets OCP apart is really that we provide these really effective wraparound services for families. And we're also on call 24/7.
At OCP, there's a lot of opportunity to be an ally for marginalized families, for kids in the community who may not have other resources. We work really hard to meet people where they're at, to be out in the community, to remove barriers that might sometimes get in the way of getting behavioral health services. Sometimes we're the only one who can pick up a kiddo from school and have their therapy session.
What clients feel and experience when coming here is, a well-rounded approach and supporting them and meeting them where they are. We look at systems that they engage with as a whole and not just the problem. We want to support the family altogether and work towards lasting change and longevity.
They're going to really feel supported and not feel judged in any sense that, we're just here to help.
The work we do is so important. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's both hard and fun, but we really make a difference. And so the people who feel motivated and who keep doing this work are people who can see the value in doing something with a long-term goal.
I think OCP is best at providing a safe and comfortable environment, not only for families and youth, but also for employees. I mean, there's not a time really where you can go through the halls and let them know maybe you did have a little bit of a hard session, and people are just welcoming and want to work and talk with you through any obstacles that you might be facing.
Anyone who works with kids and families at OCP is going to get the most outstanding experience that you can get. You're going to see families from all walks of life. You're going to see families who have all ranges of needs.
We just have such a strong sense of community in this agency. We also provide just such a supportive environment. There's a lot of supervision, there's a lot of collaboration, and I love that model.
And so I think having a good team where you can kind of show up as your true self, and even when we're stressed, you don't have to bury that or handle it on your own. I feel like the supervisor team here generally tries to kind of model that you don't have to know everything, you don't have to hold things alone.
I love the interactions that we have, and even during clinical, Jamie makes it, we talk about the serious and the heavy things, but also find the time to have the little banter and, cheer each other up, as a lot of the things we do talk about are heavy.
I work with kids that are very young, And so hearing some of the trauma or challenging experiences that they've had or that they've been through can be very emotional, and it can be draining at times. But I feel very supported by my team, by my supervisors, and I know that if something comes up and I need support, I can get it immediately.
I feel like we're making a difference because I get to see that firsthand with the clinicians I work with. I get to see how they grow in their experience, but the change that we see with the children and families and the reports we get back from parents as well.
I really believe in what we do. The philosophy of OCP and our treatment models really map on to my belief as a social worker, which is, kids are raised in an environment that influences their behavior and well-being and development, and so we can't just work with the kid, we have to work with the whole system.
Well, I have been here for 17 years and I work here because I love the work that we do. I love the families that we work with. I like feeling that maybe I'm making a difference for kids and families in our community, and I love the people that I work with. I can't imagine being anywhere else.
And one of the best parts about OCP is dog culture. We get to bring our dogs in, so that's always a plus.
And I have Bruiser, who's a mini pin Chihuahua, and he comes every day. He is a pretty friendly little guy, and he is kind of our team mascot.
I have 2 dogs. I have a dog named Wendell, and she's like a mini golden retriever, but she's called a Toller. Then I have a dog named Kaya, who is a husky German Shepherd.
Rex is a formal employee here at OCP. He is a Border Collie Heeler mix. He joins us on some of the sessions for the kiddos to go ahead and practice some of their skills.
No 2 days are the same in the work that we do, and I'm just constantly impressed with how people find a way and access resources. There's a lot of really creative thinking that happens. I couldn't work with a better group of people. There's no one else I would do this with.